When we started doing in the process for the Dio Years album, it started with Tony and I meeting at the hotel I was staying in when we were doing some Dio shows in Britain, and we were in Birmingham, which is the hometown of all of the Sabbath guys really. And so Tony came to the hotel, and the first thing we did was drink a beer, as always, and it was as though we had seen each other the day before. It had been 10 years. But we've always been really such good friends, and all the things that you hear about us having problems is really not true. So we talked over a beer and decided that it would be a good thing to do and where we would do it, which was at Tony's studio in Birmingham. I finished the tour. We came back to Tony's studio, and then we just did as we always do. Tony had a riff. I had a riff. We started that way and just wrote everything. They asked us for 2 songs. We wrote 3 songs because it was so easy and so quick. And it was, as I say, it was just instant rapport one more time. So the process was easy. I think the hardest part was saying, yes, we will do this. I don't think any of us had any doubts about what we were about to do. We were asked by the record company to do this because we like they did not want to have just material that that people had heard already from a live concert somewhere. They're all the same. It wasn't special, and I think we all wanted it to be special. But we had no plans to do anything else, not to tour, not to do another album, not to do anything like that. It was only going to be for that project. And it was important for both of us because we wanted any legacy that we have or that we had at that point to be a good one. No, we wanted to do that. We only talked about the problems that we had and the breakups that we had, which have been, as you said, have been 2, and this is like really the 3rd time we've been together. We only talked about it the first time we got back together again when we did the album Dehumanizer. There were a lot of stupid things that happened at that point. Too many drugs and too many people listening to too many other stupid people. And, those kind of things cloud your mind. Bad things in your system cloud your mind. I must tell you, though, that I wasn't doing the drugs, so you can decide that one for yourself. But we talked about that a lot of accusations were made, a lot of horrible things were said about about myself and Vinny, that we had been doing things in the mixing sessions that meant we were turning up the drums and the vocal, and it was all just so absolutely stupid. So when we did get back together, Tony and Geezer both said, "I'm sorry. We didn't really know what was going on. We listened to a fool and we believed a fool because of what was what they were doing to themselves, I think." So we did talk about it, but only very briefly. We never dwelled upon it at all. I think the more you talk about it and the more you want to get apologies for something, I think the quicker you will break up again. And this time, no, not a word. We never said anything about that at all. Why did it happen? It happened, and we made the conscious decision to get back together again. So why should we have to hit each other with what happened in the past? This is the future. So not the second time. No, we didn't talk about it. Well, the name Heaven and Hell is a name that we took for this band mainly because we wanted it not to be confused with what came before it. Because for the last, 12 years before we started to do this, which was now almost 3 years ago, Tony and Geezer were playing, and Bill Ward were playing with Ozzy in a band called Black Sabbath once again. And the songs that they played were songs that, of course, that we played early on when we did the Heaven and Hell album. And we did them because we only had one album ourselves, so we had to play other things. Now we have a lot of albums, so we can be what we are. We wanted to have no confusion between what that band was and what this band is. We do songs that start with the Heaven and Hell album, which was only the songs that Tony and I and Geezer and Bill on one album and Vinny on all the rest wrote together. And we wanted to stop this hey, play Iron Man. Well, we don't have to do that anymore because they know what we are. We are not calling ourselves Black Sabbath, so there is no confusion. And I think everyone knows when they hear the words heaven and hell, music people, they always say, oh, that's the song Black Sabbath did. So it's a very strong connection between what we are and what we were and what we are going to become. So I think it just stops all the confusion about the Black Sabbath name, and now we are heaven and hell.